What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here in our fantasy football profile. Today I am talking Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have a ton of these fantasy football profiles on the channel. Mock draft that dropped yesterday, a ton of other redraft content. I've got values, busts, league winners, MVPs, all that type of thing. So hit that subscribe button, dynasty content as well. Hit that like button, hit up the comment section. I respond to all comments, and it really helps out the algorithm, both those things. So hit that up. Let's talk Mike Williams. So in 2021, Mike Williams finished as a wide receiver 10, averaging 13 points per game and half-point PPR. Let's take a look at his stats here. 129 targets for 76 receptions, 1,146 yards, and 9 receiving touchdowns. Monster season for Mike Williams last year. That resulted in a new contract for him, secured the bag, 3 years, $60 million with $40 million guaranteed. I think that's the team just continuing to commit to him. They saw how good he could be last year, and he's still a young receiver at age 27, heading into his age 28 season. And I think he's going to have another big year. I do think he's going to continue to be a bit of a volatile scorer, though. He's going to have those big spike weeks where he scores you 2 touchdowns and have those weeks where he scores, 60 yards or something like that. But that's how wide receivers are in general, and he provides those big spike weeks that can really, help out your team, help you win you a week in fantasy football. One thing I want to point out, so the first 5 weeks of the season, we all saw him dominate, but he's a wide receiver 2 over that stretch, and then he had a knee injury that slowed him down in week 5. He played just 36% of the snaps in the week 6. I think he didn't miss any games, but I do believe that knee injury kind of slowed him down the rest of the season. His targets after that went from 10.2 per game to 7.1, went from about a 25% target share down to like 18. So a pretty big dramatic decrease in targets and just overall effectiveness for Mike Williams. I think he's going to be healthy this season. If he can stay healthy, obviously, I think he'll be very good for fantasy football, especially Justin Herbert's a monster quarterback. He's a big play wide receiver. We've seen when he's healthy, when he's right, when he's getting the targets, how good he can be for fantasy football. He could be the wide receiver too, and I think he has the ability to do that long term. Like I said, he's a big play wide receiver, so he gets open down the field. He gets a ton of air yards. He's 13th in the NFL in air yards last year, and that's playing, banged up some of the season for sure. That's something I want to point out. One other thing I want to point out, he was better than Keenan Allen in both PFF grade and yards per route run last year. I think there is a chance that he's the number 1 wide receiver on this team. I think Keenan Allen will be more consistent, but I think Mike Williams will end up scoring more fantasy points again this season as long as he stays healthy. I have him projected for a big season this year, 80-plus receptions, 1,200-plus yards, and 10-plus receiving touchdowns. He's currently going like the 4th round. I think that's great value for Mike Williams, and he might not be the most consistent scorer, but he will help you win fantasy football games next season. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.